bitches, it's Holland. What's good and welcome back to my channel. So, for today's video, I'm going to be doing a review of comebacks from the month of February as well as give my overall ratings of them. So, let's get into the video. For EVERGLOW, this comeback felt very underwhelming compared to their last two with Bon Bon Chocolate and Adios. The only thing I really liked about it was the music video. The B-sides were the traditional bubblegum pop music. The choreography, besides that floor part in the bridge, was boring, and the title track wasn't bad, but it's nothing that I would go out of my way to listen to. Now, let's address all the controversies with this comeback. The main controversy with this comeback was how UA Entertainment gave Mia a dance break, the most screen time, and the most lines of Dun Dun, as well as UA sampling a song for Dun Dun, and how EVERGLOW antis have been using this to target and hate on the group, especially Mia in particular. I personally feel that this hate is being directed in the wrong place because we all know that EVERGLOW does not write, produce, or compose their own music, nor do they choreograph their own dances, so this has nothing to do with the members themselves but rather UA Entertainment themselves. I also think it's mainly a lot of Blinks and Orbits that are doing this because recently, since EVERGLOW and LOONA came back at around the same time, they had to compete on music shows together, and EVERGLOW, being the more popular group in Korea, got more wins, and Orbits said that EVERGLOW apparently stole their first win, which is ridiculous. Meanwhile, Blinks have been accusing EVERGLOW of copying Blackpink's concepts since the day they debuted with Bon Bon Chocolate, which I guess I can understand where they're coming from because the only two similarities I could see between EVERGLOW and Blackpink are that the sort of chant singing that EVERGLOW does in Adios and Dun Dun during the chorus is similar to the final bridge of Kill This Love at the end, and that EVERGLOW had the same sort of marching girl aesthetic in Adios that Kill This Love did. But even then, Blinks need to realize that Blackpink didn't invent these concepts and that girl groups have been doing this style since the second generation. Next, for the dance break, I heard some people say that they thought EU deserved the dance break compared to Mia because they thought she was the better dancer. I personally believe that they should have shared the dance break together because then they would have both got a time to shine. Plus, God knows it would have been way more epic and y'all would be shitting your pants if they were on the same screen together. For LOONA, I feel like this comeback was fairly good. When it comes to the title track itself, at first listen I didn't really like it that much, but it eventually did grow on me these last couple of weeks. My favorite parts of the song are probably the pre-chorus, the bridge, and the final chorus ad-libs. I also heard some people, like Red Voices, compare it to ITZY's music, which I can understand because even the instrumentals sound similar during the chorus with that swelling bass. For the choreography, I really enjoyed it and it was in fact my favorite choreography from this month. I love how LOONA's choreographer takes advantage of the fact that they're a large group with many members to create such beautiful formations, even though if you look at the members individually, the choreography itself is very simple, but fits the song nonetheless. The music video was great and I loved the darker styling they used for this era with most of the girls having simple black or brown hair. The mini album was okay. Out of the 5 B-sides I liked were O and Number 1. As for the controversies, many Orbits were upset about how the line distribution was trifling as fuck. Vivian Gao 1 got literally 3 seconds of lines, and what's so upsetting about this is that Blockberry Creative have proven themselves with Butterfly that they have the ability to create a fair line distribution, but apparently they threw that formula out the fucking window this time around. Hopefully it will be more fair next time around. The reason why I ranked this comeback so low was because this comeback just wasn't it for me. The only reason why I didn't rank it as low as I did EVERGLOW was because of the performance video, music video, the choreography, and the styling. For the songs I'll start with on first and move on to the B-sides. For me, the main reason why I didn't like it was because I'm not really a fan of the pop rock genre that it is in. I feel like those photo teasers catfished the hell out of me because based on the dark theme of the pictures, I thought BTS were going to serve me a fake Love 2.0 or at least homage to their older hip-hop concept. Another reason why I didn't like the song was because the melodies of the chorus were pretty boring to me, and the transitions between Jungkook's high note verse and the dance break as well as between the dance break and the last chorus were practically non-existent. But I'm honestly not even surprised because based on Ego, Black Swan, and Shadow, I could already tell I wasn't going to like the title track. When it comes to this album, I was highly disappointed. This is because many armies were hyping up this album because this was the longest time they'd ever gone on a hiatus, meaning that they'd have more time to work on it. Plus, I was highly excited for it because BTS had never let me down when it comes to their discographies, and I end up playlisting at least 80% of the tracks. But this time around this wasn't the case. I'm not saying any of the songs were bad. In fact, objectively speaking, none of these tracks were bad by any means. It's just that hardly any of them fit my subjective taste. Either they had too much auto-tune, the music reminded me way too much of older music from the early 2010s, or I simply found the melodies of the song to be uninteresting. Nonetheless, my favorite tracks from the album are Filter, My Time, Louder Than Bombs, and We Are Bulletproof, The Eternal. Also, how come no one is talking about how Sia's voice literally doesn't fit the song at all? But I'm honestly not even surprised. Because at this point it's obvious that Big Hit is just using well-known artists to help appeal to the Western market whether they fit the song or not. And last thing I have to say is, where the hell is the storyline? If you are an avid enjoyer of BTS's storyline, you know that Big Hit hasn't done anything with the storyline since 2018 with Fake Love, and all the theories that we had didn't really come into fruition in terms of the storyline. And now with Map of the Soul 7, BTS have finally finished their Reflection of Youth storyline. I don't know if BTS will make another storyline for the duration of their contract like a lot of armies are saying because I feel like now that BTS is now a well-established group, Big Hit doesn't need to use the storyline to market BTS anymore. At first, I didn't really like Fiesta, but then I listened to it the next day and it has slapped since. The choreography was really good, and I feel like IZA next to LOONA are one of the best girl groups when it comes to choreography these days. Though the music video and the styling were bright and colorful, which fits the concept very well, I feel like there's been this trend in music videos for it to be jumping from shot to shot every 3 seconds and that these companies market on sensory overload. In fact, that's why I loved the Feel Special music video so much. The only reason why I rated it a 7 instead of a 9 or a 10 was because the album wasn't that good with the only tracks I liked being Eyes, Dreamlike, and Open Your Eyes. Without a fucking doubt in my mind, I can say that this comeback was the best from this month and that is on period. Moonbyul really snapped with this one. Besides how she breaks down gender stereotypes in Korea with this traditionally boy group concept, lyrics, and the octaves and keys in which she sings. The best part was that her having this more masculine concept on her didn't feel forced at all and suited her perfectly. I also feel like this really showcases her full abilities as a rapper, as she uses various rap techniques such as delivery and diction. Not to mention the background vocals, especially during the final chorus, are heavenly. I loved the concept of the music video and how she expressed the two sides of the moon, aka the two sides of her, the more classy feminine and the more dominant and masculine side. My favorite outfit was that brown suit, which looked amazing with her long hair. I was about to clock her stylist for those braids, but, as I looked closer, I realized they were regular braids and not box braids. The choreo was good and fit the concept of this comeback. Stream Mirror and El Jito for 7 Sugar Daddies and A Life's Purpose. When I first saw the teasers for this comeback, I thought they were going to switch it up to a more classy or elegant concept, but once again, I was catfished. Like Fiesta, I didn't really like this song at first listen, mainly because I felt that the Run Baby Run part was very repetitive, but it eventually grew on me and now I end up twerking to that part when it comes on shuffle. I also feel like if they had included a proper bridge, I would have liked it even more. Side note, Sumon's vocals sounded so crisp and clear even when they were live. As with most of KARD's choreography, I felt indifferent about it. I feel like most KARD choreographies are good in the fact that they fit the song, but bad because they're uninteresting to watch. I think that if they had added some backup dancers to create more elaborate formations like how they did with Bom Bom, it would have been more pleasing to me. Though I didn't like any of the B-sides enough for me to playlist, I will commend them on their rapping, especially from Jae-sef and Jiwoo. I know that all of the solos for all 5 members have been released. But I've personally chosen not to listen to Woojin's and Youngmin's yet because I want to wait until the music video comes out so I can give it a proper judgment. So, for this video, I'll only be reviewing Daehwi, Donghyun, and Woong. Daehwi's solo is my favorite so far. I love the flowery rose concept of the music video, and his eye makeup and lip tint looked so good on him. I loved how the background dancers interacted with him in the choreography, and this choreo as a whole reminded me a lot of something that Min from SHINee would release. At first, I wasn't a fan of the chorus, but as I listened to it more, I realized how well it fits the song, and I love how he showcases his lower register because in 101 and Debut 66, he mainly sings in his mixed to higher register. For Woong, I really loved the song, and even though the music video is very simplistic, it still looks very high-budgeted and expensive. The only thing I didn't like about this solo debut was that he was literally humping the ground and the air for a good fourth of the entire music video. But overall, I bet YG is quaking and shaking now that he realized what he lost. For Donghyun, this comeback felt a little underwhelming for me, simply because I'm usually not into slower songs or ballads. And the choreography, though it went with the song, was boring to watch. The only thing I really liked was how cute the music video and his vocals were. Okay, this is the end of this month's review. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And remember to stay snatched.